Nigeria, the Naira isn't just currency, it's a part of daily life. But ever since the Nigerian government introduced redesigned Naira Notes in 2022, these familiar bills have come with new rules, deadlines, and as of late, a wave of misinformation. In 2023, Nigerians faced long queues and empty ATMs as they scrambled to secure new notes amidst a certain scarcity. Since then, confusion has only grown, especially now with social media buzzing over claims that the old notes will soon be worthless. Today on The Proof, we cut through the noise to bring you clarity. I'm your host, Darshan Usman. Welcome to the show. With so many questions swirling around the future of the old Naira notes, we're joined by Africa Check's editorial staff member, Shemilore Adelola, to set the record straight. Good to see you, Shemilore.
It's great to be here, Dashin. Thank you for having me.
Now let's dive right in. We've seen posts on Facebook, Instagram, and X claiming that the old Naira notes will no longer be valid from January 2025. There have also been a lot of conversation and questions about the validity of the old notes. Take us through what's been said.
These claims on Naira notes have indeed gained traction across social media recently, but it is important to note that this claim is false and incorrect. Also, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has issued an official response stating that no such deadline exists for the phasing out of the old Naira notes.
So, Shemilore, just to clarify, are the old Naira notes still considered legal tender?
Yes, they are. Both the old and newly designed 200, 500 and 1000 Naira notes remain legal tender, and of course Nigerians can use them interchangeably. The CBN explicitly stated that rumors about a certain January 1 deadline are unfounded and the public should disregard them.
I see. Let's take a step back. When and why did this confusion around Naira notes begin?
In 2022, the Nigerian government introduced redesigned versions of the 200, 500 and 1000 Naira notes. This was part of an effort to improve the security situation, to combat counterfeiting and to manage the currency in circulation. However, this transition suffered major setbacks when the new notes were scarce, causing financial hardship in the early days of 2023. But the situation was improved upon when the CBN lifted the initial deadline, causing both the old and the new notes to remain legal tender.
All right, let's take a break here, Shemilore. When we come back, we'll look at how Nigerians can protect themselves against misinformation. Stay with us.
In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with information from social media, news outlets, and online sources, but not everything we see is true or reliable. Being illiterate of the media is about asking questions like, who created this content? What is the purpose behind it? Is there any evidence to back up this claim? Media literacy helps us navigate the flood of information we receive each day. It is about thinking critically before accepting any media as truth. Join us this week to learn more about media literacy. Happy Media Literacy Week.
Welcome back and thank you for staying. Now this is The Proof, powered by Africa Check, a collaborative effort between News Central and the continent's leading fact-checking organization. My guest is Africa Check's editorial staff member, Shemilore Adelola, still with me as we look at misinformation surrounding Nigeria's old and new Naira notes and a supposed deadline for using the old Naira notes. Now, these rumors suggest that January 1, 2025 will mark the end of the old notes usage.
Exactly. Posts across platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and X, formerly Twitter, have resurfaced with these unverified claims alongside images of the old and the new Naira notes, which also adds to the confusion. But in response, the CBN issued a clear press statement stating that the rumors are false and calculated to disrupt the country's payment system. Also, they emphasized that any new deadline will be communicated through their official channels.
Shemilore, the CBN's clarification here is critical. Why is it so essential for the public to receive accurate information on this matter?
The CBN's quick clarification helps to prevent unnecessary panic, which is seen in the past, because if people believe that the old notes will soon be invalid, it would cause them to order the new notes, thereby creating shortages and impacting everyday transactions. So the CBN is working to avoid the reoccurrence of the 2023 hardships.
That makes sense. How can Nigerians best protect themselves from misinformation like this?
The most effective approach is to verify information with reliable sources. Platforms like Africa Check as well as the CBN's press statements offer fact-check details on issues like this, and also it is always wise to avoid sharing information that you come across online without verifying them first, or even acting upon posts that could confuse you.
Thank you for that insight, Shemilore. As we've confirmed, the claim that old Naira notes will stop being accepted from January 2025 is simply not true. Both old and new Naira notes remain valid with no deadline set by the CBN. Staying informed through official channels is key to avoiding disruptions. Thanks for joining us on The Proof. If you have comments or claims you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms at News Central TV, and visit our website at www.newscentral.africa. Stay informed and stay alert. I'm Darshan Usman, signing out.